Hello and welcome to Press Releases. In this course, you will learn how to get amazing traffic exposure with press releases on top positions of Google. This course will outline the methods that you can use to get your press releases written, submitted, and published on top positions on Google in a couple of hours. Many marketers spend tons of money and countless hours trying to search engine optimize their content to get on high Google search rankings. However, search engines prefer certain types of content against any other websites, and among the preferred content of top search engines lie in press releases. With that said, we will dive into this course and learn how you or anyone can easily tap in this method to drive tons and amazing traffic exposure to your website. So let's begin. Let's start by explaining. What are press releases? A press release is basically a type of news story intended to get the attention of news reporters. In other words, press releases are meant to inform. Just like how you have live news media releases on newspapers, magazines, radio and television, online press releases work the same except that it is via the internet. Press releases are written or recorded communication directed at users of the news media for the purpose of announcing something that is of news value. This means that if your press release is newsworthy enough, members of the press will pick it up and subsequently use it to advertise to help you spread your word even further. The reason why we should leverage upon press releases is because search engines like Google love press releases content and award high page ranking for them. Press releases are also targeted towards a large range of internet newspapers and magazines. As a result, this will attract media attention from the public and generate huge publicity for your product or event. Press releases are of great exposure and you can potentially reach hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. Your press release can announce a range of news items such as your personal promotions, awards, upcoming launch, product or services, accomplishments, and etc. It is extremely effective in internet marketing terms to send in a featured story for the purpose of announcing your upcoming product launch. Furthermore, publicity is more believable than advertising because people view publicity as a piece of news that is information and of value. On the other hand, advertisements sometimes turn people off because they have the notion that advertisements are often trying to sell them something. Press releases also have a multiply effect. With press releases, you may send out to different press release websites to gain interest of reporters who will help you to promote if your story is of newsworthy. That means that members of a press are constantly looking for stories that will interest the viewers, readers, and listeners. With that said, if they pick up your press release, it is very likely that they will help you republish your content. Press releases are also written in order to highlight an important event, program, or piece of information that describes the who, what, where, when, why, and how of the story. The press release will then be sent to journalists who will then develop articles on the subject. With articles and announcements running all over the internet about you can make you famous and build amazing credibility and reputation for your name and your website. Now let's go through step by step on how to execute press releases effectively. In a nutshell, there are 4 simple steps. Step 1, keyword research. Step 2, headline and copy. Step 3, link your press releases. Step 4, finally submit them to press releases directories. In order to rank in top positions of Google, to gain maximum exposure of your press release, you must optimize your press releases. How you do this is to target long-tail keywords which are of 3 words or more. Find keywords which are of low competition and have relatively high number of searches. The optimization is similar to that of article writing. How you conduct keyword research is to go over to Google Keyword Tool, which you can easily access by typing out a Google search engine, Google Keyword Tool. You can then type in the root word of your niche and generate keywords ideas from there. After that, export this list of keywords and go over to Google search engine and find the exact competition of these keywords. How you find the real and exact competition is by searching your keyword on Google search engine with quotes. Target keywords which are of less than 10,000 in competition. When you target these keywords, you will almost be guaranteed to be ranked on top positions on Google for your keyword. Once you have found your main targeted keyword, be sure to insert your desired keyword into your title and also the first and the last paragraph of your press release. Try to also repeat your keyword within your press release with a keyword density of 1 to 3%. This means that your keyword should show up 1 to 3 times for every 100 words of your press release. To make your entire press release keyword rich, you should insert related keywords within your press release as well. However, make your press release sound as natural as possible. Do not force your keywords into your press release. Focus on your readers first and then only insert your keywords. So for example, if your main targeted keyword for your press release is how to lose belly fat, your related keywords should be remove stomach fat, get rid of tummy fat, and etc. The next step to optimizing your press release is link optimization. How this is done is to anchor text link in your keyword in the first paragraph. So if you are targeting keywords on how to lose belly fat, be sure to anchor text link the keyword how to lose belly fat in your first paragraph and have it linked to the website that you intend to send your readers to. Within the site you are sending your readers to, make sure the keyword anchor text link appears in the header of text of the page you are linking to. So for example, if you are linking your press release to xyz.com/losebellyfat.html, be sure that losebellyfat.html consists of the keyword that you intended to optimize, preferably in the header or the meta text of your page. Now let's talk about writing perfect headlines. It has been tested and proven that 4-worded headlines are the best. Again, make sure you remember to insert your keyword into the headline and make your headline as attention-grabbing as possible. Try to use words that generate curiosity, words such as little-known secrets, discover, and also phrases such as how to achieve X in Y days. If possible, also try to use symbols because they are eye candy and stands out from text-written headlines. Make use of symbols such as the numeric characters from 0 to 9, percentage sign, question mark, slashes, and also inverted commas. For effective copywriting, try to keep your press release between 250 to 300 words. It should be short and concise because you would want your reader to read the entire press release and click through to your website. So don't get carried away with writing too much. Instead, focus on your objective, that is to make your press release newsworthy and get your readers excited to click through. You should also approach your press release from a third-party point of view, just like how most offline press releases are written. They are often written in a way where someone else is telling the story. In this case, the story is about you and someone else is announcing your story or event. An effective press release needs to be exciting because nobody will click through to your site if your press release is boring. So always focus on newsworthy story and have in mind that you'd want journalists to pick up your content and have them republished. To add on, you have to always remember that a press release is an announcement and not a sales page. So never ever try to advertise your product blatantly or be too sales pitchy. Finally, always include a strong call to action with instructions. Your call to action should always remind the readers of their benefits and how their problems can be solved. Based on what you're offering, it could be a free report or a solution that will help him resolve his problems in 7 days. Whatever your offer is, always draw them to your call to action by telling them their benefits and how soon their problems will go away. The structure of your press release should consist of 3 main sections: your introduction, body, footer. Your introduction should be a short summary of what you're about to tell them in your entire press release. However, don't spill the beans by over-telling them because you want them to read your entire article. Instead, trigger curiosity about what they would take home from this press release to get them to read through. Within your introduction of your press release, remember to hyperlink your keyword as we've talked about earlier in the keyword and link optimization slides. Inside your body copy, there should be a detailed description of your endorsed product or the story that you'd like to be talking about. Highlight the benefits. Always focus on benefits instead of features. Tell the readers what is in it for and give them an insight of the solutions that will help solve their problems. You may also include any testimonials or endorsements within your body as well. Testimonials are an extremely powerful word-of-mouth tool to win the trust and confidence from prospects, and there can never be fixed price for this. So even if you don't have any testimonials at the moment, try to get hold of them by offering to a handful of prospects a free trial to your product and subsequently get a testimonial in return. In your footer, conclude in a few sentences or what we've just told them in your press release. In here, you should also include a keyword that you have targeted for your press release and, very importantly, your call to action. Finally, finish with your contact information. Let them know who you are, what you do, your website, and name. You might also want to consider leaving your email address, as this could potentially attract news reporters who might be interested in your announcement. They might want to contact you about it, so by offering basic contact information would be helpful. Once you have press release crafted, it is time to submit them. There is no need for mass distribution. Submit your press release to 1 or 2 PR sites will do. However, focus on top press release sites. Here are a few recommended ones. The 2 paid press release sites which have got very high PR ranking are webwire.com and prweb.com. They cost a little bit of money, typically between $10 to $300 depending on the amount of exposure you want to get. However, if you're not ready yet to invest into press releases, you may start with the free press release sites, which works well too. These sites are prlog.org, ereleases.com, thebusinessnews.com, sanepr.com, pressbox.co.uk, and freepressreleasecenter.info. Once you've experimented with press releases and gotten your first press release going, it's time to scale them up. This way, you'll get maximum exposure, and it will certainly help maximize your traffic to your website. How you do this is submit 5 press releases to a different PR site every day for 7 consecutive days. Your press release should not be the exact same content, but it should be similar content. Every press release could talk about solving different aspects of a problem that your product is offering. By scaling your press release, it will give you a maximum coverage from different sources. From this, you can expect large amounts of traffic surging towards your website in a very short period of time. If you want to take your press release to the next level and want to be extremely successful with this traffic strategy, take the approach to get to know your journalist. PR stands for public relations, and that is what exactly it's all about. Try to connect with journalists who are writing related stories in your industry. Find them, connect with them, and see what you can do for them. You can easily find journalists on publication sites, through their websites, or even through social media networks such as Facebook and Twitter, and even at LinkedIn. So start browsing through the press release and social media networks. Extend your existing network of contacts and build relationships with them. Alternatively, if you do not wish to spend time browsing and finding them, you can pay a fee to join some publication websites where reporters will find you instead. Some of these websites include prleads.com, which costs $99 a month, and also helpareporter.com. These sites are a press release resource network that will help you grow your publicity by connecting you with news reporters. Simply register with them, and they will put you in touch with reporters who need to quote people like you in their stories. Sites like this get hundreds of requests per day from eager news reporters who wants to interview experts like you for their stories they are writing. These reporters work for top publications such as New York Times, Cosmopolitan, Investors Business Daily, and many more. When these press release resource networks find a lead that matches your profile, they will hook you up with the reporters and get the ball rolling for you. By now, you should be armed with good enough tools and knowledge to get your first press release going. When crafting your first press release, remember to take the necessary steps highlighted in this course. Always focus on providing value, telling a story that is newsworthy, and scale up once you've experimented with your first press release. Remember that it's not what you write that is most important, but how you write to them that is most important. If you're able to convey a story successfully and follow the steps outlined in this course, you'll be guaranteed to be seeing a swamp of traffic coming your way in no time.